one.
Gotta break it down again.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls?
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Infamous Wrestling Talk. Yes, it has been a minute since me and Hollywood have gotten on here and talked about something that we both love. And because of what WWE and Vince McMahon have been forcing down our throats on Raw, we have both taken a back seat when it comes to Monday Night Raw. And we just watch the highlights on YouTube because it's been the same shit for a while now.
Exactly. It's basically at this point them just wanting them to push Roman Reigns over and over and over and over again until we get tired of Roman Reigns. Although the messed up part about it is actually putting in some of his best work that I've seen.
Well, it's kind of, they're kind of forcing the fans' hands right now when it comes to Roman Reigns by doing this shit with Brock Lesnar that we've seen on Monday Night Raw, which we'll get into in a couple of seconds. But first, me and Hollywood J. Black want to send our heartfelt condolences to both families of Nikolai Volkov and, as you heard, beginning the Too Cool theme, Brian Christopher Lawler. Both were lost on July 29th. Brian Christopher due to effects of him hanging himself in jail, and Nikolai Volkov due to medical issues.
Yeah. Well, Nikolai Volkov was older, so you kind of think to yourself.
Yeah, he was in his 70s, so.
Yeah, I mean, he lived a long life. That's fine. The one I worry about, of course, is the Brian Christopher Lawler one, because I'm pretty sure you probably looked into it. I haven't looked into it. I was trying to figure out why he was in jail to begin with.
He was in jail stemming off of that. He was on probation due to those fights that he got in the Impact crowd and getting in a fight with the Impact wrestlers when he was there.
Oh, lovely.
And then he also got pulled over and he was in jail for drug possession.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Okay.
That's why he was in jail.
Well, the sad part about that is that it's like we just saw him, what was it, 2 years ago? 2 years ago. Was he on Raw 2 years ago with Rikishi? Well, Rikishi, I think the last time we seen him was, I think it was more than 2 years ago, is when Rikishi got inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Well, remember, he did pop back up. And remember when he got in Jerry Lawler's face that time?
Yeah.
But then now it's really the last we've seen him in the WWE ring.
Yeah.
Him and Scotty 2 Hotty did get back together. Oh, that was 4 years ago when they tried to become the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, that was funny. I just can't remember when Rikishi went in the Hall of Fame 2 years ago.
In 2014.
Oh, it was that long ago. Oh yeah, because he went in and then they did their dance. Like them and Rikishi did their thing. They had.
You got to remember their last official Raw match was the Too Cool Rikishi versus 3MB.
Yeah.
Jinder, Drew McIntyre, and Heath Slater.
Yeah. So, I mean, it sucks, man. It sucks, because you would hope that every few years you might get a Too Cool reunion. You hear that theme song, you might get the dance and stuff like that. And not anymore, I guess. It's sad, really. It's really sad that probably one of the more entertaining, charismatic people didn't really cut good promos, but when he was in that ring, he was one of the most charismatic people there. You know what I mean? And so
it came with a lot of trial and error with him.
Yeah.
Because he tried many different angles before the Grandmaster Sexay angle actually landed and stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as I said, our condolences, shout out to both families. of Nikolai Volkov and Brian Christopher. We don't want. Go ahead.
Without no disrespect, but also Brickhouse Brown, who passed away also.
Brickhouse Brown passed away
on the same day.
Wow. Well, I guess it definitely does come in threes. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, we don't want this to be a sad show. We don't want this to be a somber show. We want this to be the show. Okay. So let's get right to it. Let's get right talking about the Raw recap. We were talking about the BS that's been going on Raw throughout the week. And the more things change, my friend, the more they stay the same.
Now, I want to know if you noticed something about Mr. Lesnar that I noticed. Is it me, or does it, because he's going to be fighting in UFC in a few months, does it look like the steroids have come down a little bit? He looks a little leaner and just jacked up as he usually looks.
Well, yeah. I mean, the WWE started this process with him around WrestleMania, because I think that the whole thing was that around WrestleMania is when we knew that Brock Lesnar was going to go back to UFC. So my whole deal is this. He signed another year deal, I thought, right? I thought that.
Yeah, but his deal consists of, now he gets paid, I think it's like $7 million per match.
Jesus Christ. Well, no wonder that they booked him the way that they booked him. They can't afford him to come through every fucking time.
But here's the main issue with this segment they broke down on Raw. I understand why they're doing it, because they are trying to force the WWE fan base, the universe, to cheer for Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
How do you do that? By getting the guy he's fighting to discount the product that they are trying to push on you.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar said, and I quote, "I don't watch this shit. Why would I watch this?"
Yeah.
This is the guy who is a Universal Champion in the face of your brand saying that he does not watch the show.
Yeah.
That would be like Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers coming out saying, "I don't watch the NFL football. Why would I?"
Very true. Very true. Very true. And then I look at it like this now. I mean, I understand the story and I like what can come out of it. But I think that they've discounted Roman Reigns so much, and they tried to do the conspiracy theme on it. That failed. They've tried to make him against the world. That failed. And I don't know. It'd be more, I guess it'd be more believable if it was Daniel Bryan when you say him against the world. But we have the man that they're trying to push as the face of the WWE. And they've been trying to push him as the face of the WWE for a long time.
Well, you see, this is where the Vince McMahon way does not work anymore.
No.
Vince McMahon got lucky with John Cena. John Cena had the ability to overcome the fans not wanting to see him.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, what are we at? Almost 10 years in the WWE now? Coming up on there?
Yeah.
Still cannot cut a proper promo.
Yeah.
His only good promos is when he drops the word bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be honest. When he called Cena a bitch, Lesnar a bitch, The Undertaker a bitch, those are the only memorable promos he's ever cut.
True. But that's the messed up part about it, is because I think his athletic ability and his ability to go when he's in between those ropes should supersede his promo skills.
But unfortunately, we have to look at the WWE as a TV show. People want to hear what you say in the WWE. They don't want to see how you perform like in Lucha Underground. It's all about the performance.
Yeah.
WWE is all about the whole package. If you don't have the whole package, the fans are not going to accept you as what they want to do.
Which is why Roman Reigns needed, I think if they would have went the route that they did in NXT, where he was like the baby Rock almost, that would have worked out just fine for them. That would have worked out really, really well for
a while. But I don't think I just when I see Roman Reigns, I know in big matches you can count on Roman to perform if it's not against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that's true.
For some reason, the only good match these two have had was that match at the first WrestleMania when they wrestled, when Brock beat the shit out of this man for 20 minutes. Then Roman came back and beat the shit out of him for 10, and then Seth Rollins cashed in and walked out champion.
Yeah. Well,
that was the only really watchable match between these two because everything else either involved their other good matches were either involved Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Were all multi-man matches.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but the thing is that see, they should have told a different type of story with Brock Lesnar. They tried to initially, and then they stopped talking about it. So this is a story that I thought that was happening when this all went down starting last year after he became the champ again. I had the vision of a man whose time was coming up. Yes, he was winning matches with brute strength and dominance and shit like that. But his time, like the competition was stepping up and getting a lot better. They told that story with Samoa Joe. They told that story with Braun Strowman.
And then they fucked up that match.
Yeah. They told that story with AJ Styles. Because AJ Styles, maybe between those three, they came extremely close to putting him down. Samoa Joe the closest. No,
AJ Styles is the closest.
Yeah, and then followed by Samoa Joe. I would say that 1 and 1A because Samoa Joe put them hands on Brock Lesnar. You see, I ain't never seen a man do that.
Every time Samoa Joe stepped in the ring with Brock Lesnar, he put them hands on, which is why they moved Samoa Joe over to SmackDown while Brock Lesnar was still on Raw. Yes.
So, I mean, we got to look at it like that. We got to, and then that was fine. And then he didn't wrestle at the Royal Rumble. And then they held him out all the way until WrestleMania, to where he fought Roman Reigns.
His last 4 title defenses have been against Roman Reigns.
Yeah. And then I told you, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, if they would have told a story, if they would have put another contender, like if they would have said Finn Balor, right? At SummerSlam. Not SummerSlam.
As Vince McMahon sees it, Finn Balor is not over enough to be in the ring with Brock Lesnar.
He would have did it if he would have did the Demon Finn Balor. And Finn Balor would have came close to beating Brock Lesnar. And then, but Brock Lesnar still won, but barely escaped with his life. Then they could have told the story of a beatable Brock Lesnar going against Roman Reigns. That would have been the perfect story. And they had it, and they fucked it up. Like I'm saying, they had it. They had it. They could have said the competition's getting better. These big brutes and shit like that, aren't going to come out of here and win championships. The way that Brock Lesnar's doing business is not going to be championship material. They could have told that story. It would have been necessarily not discounting Brock Lesnar, but improving their overall wrestling. You would have said, hey, these guys are good enough to be in the same ring with Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what happens, these guys took Brock Lesnar to the limit. They did that with AJ Styles because AJ Styles has been damn near unbeatable ever since he got the title back. They did that with Braun Strowman. The dude's been on a tear ever since that match with Brock Lesnar. Matter of fact, they haven't put him and Brock Lesnar in the same ring again except for that 6-way dance or whatever the hell that shit was.
In which Braun Strowman killed Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. So that's what we have to come back to. Like, they had a chance to tell a great story. They had a chance to improve the stock of their own wrestlers, and they fucked it up. So, no, I have no sympathy, as Scott Steiner would say. I have no sympathy for WWE and how they've done business on Raw right now.
So now that's one of the less entertaining things going on Raw. One of the more entertaining things going on Raw is also one of the most confusing things going on Raw right now.
Which is? There's a lot of confusing, entertaining, confusing things.
The B team being the tag team champions and owning the Deleters of Worlds.
I don't even have.
I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth.
They're beating the deleter of worlds at their own game. Like shit fuck confused when you see the deleter of worlds, but you're even more shit fuck confused with the B team.
Now I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Michael McGillicuddy, Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas have turned what was going to be the jobberest team of all jobberest teams into a quality product.
Yeah, they were. They have. They've done it. They've turned the tag team, like what I thought was going to be some complete ownage by the leader of the world, so I thought they were going to push them, has turned into an interesting clusterfuck, and now the whole shit is wide the fuck open. The B team is doing their thing.
And now we got what looks like it's going to be the revival against the B team.
Yeah.
Because on the live tour, Bray Wyatt is in full babyface mode, and Matt Hardy's in full heel mode in singles matches.
That's interesting. Yeah, because Bray
Wyatt has won 3 straight house show main events against Kevin Owens.
Oh wow. Interesting.
So I'm thinking that they finally see the Bray Wyatt potential as a face, which he should have had a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And they're going to let woken Matt Hardy devolve into broken Matt Hardy. You can see it during these matches against the B team.
Yeah.
Probably. But Bray Wyatt is still trying to push the baby face a little bit.
Yeah.
He's always going to have that heel factor because of his look.
Yeah.
But whereas Matt Hardy goes, Matt Hardy's just been looking vicious.
Yeah. Remember when Bray Wyatt could have been the next Undertaker?
I still think he has that in him.
If they hadn't fucked him over against John Cena at WrestleMania, I would say that.
He doesn't need a streak to be the next Undertaker.
He didn't need a streak. He needed a valid win at the biggest stage of them all. He could have lost every single match after that if he would have beat John Cena at WrestleMania. That's what mattered. Like, that's how you make stars, right? John Cena isn't going nowhere. You can push John Cena to the fucking moon, and he's good. But Bray Wyatt needed that match, and he needed to win at that stage. If you would have said that, we would have been good. We would have been fine. And then, because then after that was the Bray Wyatt Undertaker match. And then he could have lost to the Undertaker. I would have been fine with that too. That was straight. But the way that this went down, I don't know. That shit still pisses me off to this day. I'm still mad. I'm a hater. That's right. I'm a hater.
He is still salty, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Now, one of the other confusing things in the Raw Tag Team division, even though this was a singles match from this Monday night, is why in the fuck, the absolute fuck, did Apollo Crews pin Akam?
Because he's a better singles wrestler?
I'm done.
I have never seen the AOP in singles matches. Have you?
That's besides the point.
He didn't know what to do. He was hyped up.
You don't lose to somebody in Titus Worldwide when you're the baddest tag team on the goddamn fucking roster.
They are the baddest tag team on the roster. It's just not the best of singles competitors. You know, he's tired. You know what I'm saying?
He lost by running his shoulder into the corner and then getting rolled up.
He wasn't
by a guy who weighs 100 less pounds than him. How in the fuck do you?
His tag team partner was supposed to save him. He was supposed to break up the pin, Phil. That's what happened. You know it. I know it. Rezar knows it. That's why he's probably pissed. Oh. Sorry.
Now, another thing that don't make no goddamn sense on Raw is okay. Okay, I understand. You want to push Mojo Rawley as this heel, okay?
Okay.
My question is during this whole locker room segment where we see Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, who they need to re-team up and let them go do their thing.
Yeah.
Rhino and Heath Slater, somebody else. Bobby Roode just walks up to him. So you got a problem with me? What the fuck?
Nigga, who's you?
Why are you in the locker room with these jobbers? Hold on.
I would have said, "Who in the hell are you?"
That's the problem. Mojo Rawley, like Roman Reigns, does not have the promo talent on TV. He can do it on Twitter, his own phone, but he can't do it with a mic in his hand.
I told you. That's why I would have went. I'd be like, "Who the hell are you?" And as soon as he would have said his name, to quote The Rock, "It doesn't matter what your name is." And then he would have got a little bit of cheer pop or a couple laughs, and then proceeded to catch that beat down. But anyways, that's not the point. Okay, the point is, I think we talked about this on the last Raw show, and I said that what Raw is. Missed opportunities. That show should be defined as missed opportunities. The only opportunity that they somewhat seem to be cashing on is the HLA between Bayley and Sasha Banks. You know what HLA stands for. Eric Bischoff popularized that term, sir. You know what I'm talking about. You know.
People are reading way too much into Sasha Banks telling Bayley she loves her. Okay.
Well, it's enough that the local LGBTQ, I think that's how you say it, LGBTQ. Yeah, okay. I had to make sure I had the initials right.
Want to know what the funny thing is about the LGBTQ?
What?
They talk about there's more than one sex, right?
Yes.
Then they need to take the B out for bisexuality because that bi means two.
Anyways, that's I guess they've held on to this, so that's what's going on right now. I don't think it's that, but we're just gonna let people think it's that for the ratings, bro.
Now here's my other question.
Yes.
Bobby Lashley beats Roman Reigns at Extreme Rules.
Okay.
Roman Reigns beats Bobby Lashley last week on Raw.
Okay.
Bobby Lashley is back in the same storyline he's in when he got back against Elias.
Him and Elias should have just formed a tag team instead of Elias trying to kill Bobby Lashley. That would have been nice.
Elias is the biggest piece of untapped potential on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, God, I keep telling people, the dude should have been an Intercontinental Champion. He is the modern-day honky-tonk man. The only thing that he doesn't have is a Jimmy Hart because he doesn't need one because he can cut a fucking decent promo. But dude, the dude is lit. Like, why aren't we funding this?
Like I said, I've said this before. Elias is the only guy on the roster who can naturally have the universe in the palm of his hand, then have them hate him, have him back in the palm of his hand, then hate him, all in the same promo.
Yes. Complete ownage between his words, his mannerisms, his songs. He's perfect. Right? Like that, he's the perfect person.
His four-song EP is number 3 on iTunes right now.
Oh, Lord. I didn't even know. Speaking of which, you see that they're trying to push this thing between him and The Rock. Is The Rock going to show up at SummerSlam, give him a random rock bottom, and validate Elias? I think that's the only thing that's coming up now. I mean, that's to me, that's where you got to go with this because he keeps talking trash about The Rock.
Are they going to have a rock concert between Elias and The Rock?
Oh, that would be fucking awesome. You have no idea. You know how lit that
thing can actually go toe-to-toe with The Rock in a promo?
I think so. I think
you brought up Sasha and Bayley. I think that's leading up to, for when WWE Evolution in October, the Divas women's tag team titles. I think that's what that's leading up to.
Yeah.
But apparently next week on Raw they're going to sacrifice Alicia Fox to Ronda Rousey.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. You've noticed though that a lot of debuting women have fought Alicia Fox, like debuting big stars that they've had, like or come back. Like Mickie James' first match back was against Alicia Fox.
Alicia Fox isn't the best worker, but she'll put somebody over.
Well, I think that itself is being the best worker. Being able to.
Okay, let me rephrase that. In-ring, safe-wise.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I guess I guess depending on what you value as work.
Work.
She's a bit volatile, just a tad, just a little bit, just a tad. But otherwise, she's probably one of the best in that ring when it comes down to it. When it's all said and done, female-wise, when you want to debut somebody, I think that's for a female. That's where you go.
So when are they going to stop jobbing Finn Balor out to Baron Corbin?
All right. So first off, I didn't know Baron Corbin was bald. So
it's been that long since you watched Raw?
Yes, it's been that long. I knew that he was Constable Corbin. I was trying to figure out why in the actual fuck he was Constable Corbin. And I think it had to do because the one dude was supposed to be the constable. The nigga with his son, Kurt Angle's son.
Oh, Chad Gable?
Yeah, no, not his actual son.
Jason Jordan.
Yeah. That's right. I said it. Chad Gable is his actual son. Jason Jordan is not, but
I'm hoping with all hope that I can hope inside that with Jason Jordan being on the injured list and Chad Gable not being used on Raw since being moved over there, that American Alpha will return and run the tag team division of Raw.
I'm hoping that Kurt Angle gets fired from his position and then he just becomes the manager for American Alpha like we've all dreamed about.
So you legit want him to be the world's greatest tag team again, huh?
Yep. Damn right. Let's get it right. Get it right this time.
Now, you brought this name up earlier, and unlike Roman, even though he's not the greatest on the mic, he's funny and people love him. And he has a catchphrase as in his new mantra, catch these hands.
That's right.
Catch these hands. Mr. Braun Strowman lost via count out to Jinder Mahal on Monday Night Raw.
This man's going to kill Kevin Owens.
He's already tried to. Not once, but twice.
Well, he's going to succeed. We're going to have a eulogy for Kevin Owens at the show after SummerSlam. This is exactly what's going to happen. He's going to kill Kevin Owens, and then eventually later on the night, he's going to cash in the Money in the Bank contract and win. I've already have it planned out. That's exactly how it's going to go down. If Braun Strowman doesn't cash in, at this point, I don't think that he's going to cash it in for a while.
Well, here's my thought of it. I don't think Braun's going to have the chance to cash in the Money in the Bank.
You don't think so?
Here's what I think is going to happen, and this is my bold prediction for SummerSlam. Kevin Owens beats Braun Strowman for the Money in the Bank at SummerSlam.
Yep.
During the Roman Reigns-Brock Lesnar match, since they don't want to legitimately put Roman Reigns over Brock Lesnar one-on-one, Kevin Owens is going to do the Seth Rollins thing and win the title in the main event of SummerSlam.
That would be interesting. Or I have a twist for you. Paul Heyman turns on Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns wins the belt, and Paul Heyman represents Roman Reigns. And then I don't know after that. Then you give him.
So you really just want to go into recycle mode, huh?
Well, I mean, the new shit that they're trying to pull isn't working.
So you really want to go into when Paul Heyman turned on Brock Lesnar for the Big Show?
All right, so before Brock Lesnar Paul Heyman didn't have a reason to turn on Brock Lesnar when this happened so many years ago. Now he does.
I think Kevin Owens walking out of SummerSlam, the champion, would make the fans happy. Because it won't be Brock and it won't be Roman.
But I guess then that would be rehashing the WrestleMania storyline.
That is fine.
So it's not okay to rehash the storyline where Paul Heyman represents Roman Reigns, but it's okay.
You're missing my point. It is not okay for Roman Reigns to win the goddamn title. Okay.
Oh, so that's the point you're trying to say. Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. All right. Fine.
Because you know Roman Reigns is going to put on a red wig and try to main event the Women's Evolution pay-per-view.
Is that what you want? Is this what it's come to? Is it literally? I guess it's literally anybody but Roman, huh? I guess Bray Wyatt was right. Anybody but you, Roman.
Anybody but you.
Oh God.
So now we also got probably one of the better things going on Raw. It's Seth Rollins against Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that's some of the best stuff ever. That's some of the best pure wrestling ever. Between all that's going down, probably the best wrestling ever.
It's like amongst all the shit, we have Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, so that's all we can ask for.
I have a feeling it's building up for SummerSlam, the return of Dean Ambrose, Seth and Dean against Drew and Dolph.
Yeah.
So now let's move on over to the SmackDown side of things.
Smacky down.
Where SmackDown, to nobody's surprise, has actually been the better of the two brands. Again, They've been switching back and forth here and there.
Yep.
And there's only two reasons this has been the better show. Would you like me to tell you what those two reasons are?
Sure. Go ahead, sir. Let us know.
Reason number one, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe.
Yep.
Reason number two, The Miz and Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
Okay, reason number three, the return of the Bar versus the Usos last night was fucking epic.
Oh man, I gotta see that match.
And so now we got and another reason why SmackDown's better, the return of sadistic psycho heel Randy Orton.
Oh yes, because I wanted to figure out what the hell is going on with Orton. How did that?
Did you see you didn't hear Orton's promo last week?
No, I didn't see it. I just saw him attack. Oh boy, but I didn't see the promo.
He was talking to the universe, right?
Yeah.
He goes, when I came into the WWE, I was the legend killer. And now I'm a legend. He's like, you can call me Viper, Apex, Predator, whatever. But because of you and your flavor of the months, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing to Jeff Hardy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's back on that kick. So.
Shit. Well, then.
And last night, Jeff Hardy came out to confront Mr. Orton and was blindsided by the United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura was going for the Kinshasa. Randy Orton stepped in Nakamura's way. Then, as he backed Nakamura into the corner, said, go get him. Kinshasa to Jeff Hardy. And Randy Orton did the rope DDT so hard to Jeff Hardy, his gauge rolled across the ring.
Oh, Jesus.
Whereas 2 weeks ago, I don't know if you've seen that footage, Randy Orton jammed his finger in the hole in Jeff Hardy's ear and started tugging on it.
Oh, shit. What the?
Yes, this is the Randy Orton we have again.
Oh, God. Oh, God. What is that the disease that they said that he had? Mental illness?
Right?
I can't remember what it's called, but that was the type of shit that made him punt Triple H's wife, take out his whole family.
Apparently, the bad voice in Randy Orton's head is taken over again.
I love that shit. That's gonna make for some interesting fucking work.
We've all been wanting heel Randy Orton to come back. We've all wanted heel Randy Orton.
Flavor of the month. I like that shit. That's some. I love that shit. I'm down for that.
Last night, he literally wiped the paint off of Jeff Hardy's face. Randy Orton's gonna kill this man. I love Jeff Hardy, but I don't like Jeff Hardy's chances against heel Randy Orton.
No, this is gonna be bad, like real bad, real fucking bad. But that presents a new opportunity with AJ Styles later on this year. So that's if he gets past Samoa Joe.
All right, let's graduate to that point. Because I'm really disappointed that they threw Charlotte Flair into the match with Becky Lynch and Carmella. That pisses me off. Just because she's back from an exploded fucking fake tit, she doesn't get automatically put into a championship match. That kind of irritates me, but I'm going to let that one go for now. Because AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, people need to realize these two carried Impact on their backs for 10 years and headlined almost every major show when that company was relevant.
Yep. No bullshit. No fucking bullshit.
These two are going to tear the house down at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
This should be the final match on the card at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But no, we all know it's going to be Roman and Brock.
I don't know about that, though. And it really depends on how they do this.
Trust me, it'll be Roman and Brock.
You think so?
Yes.
It'd be interesting. I don't know. I would rather have, but we're talking about real wrestling fans here, so I would rather have Samoa Joe, AJ Styles close it out. I think it'd be an epic fucking match. But, whatever.
And then we have the match that I think should be right before the main event of SummerSlam, The Miz versus Daniel Bryan. The match that is 5 years in the making. Well, let's be legit. 10 years this storyline has been going on.
Yes. True. Probably the longest wrestling continuity match since CM Punk John Cena. Because remember, the continuity in that match was 2 years old before that match actually happened in 2011 for that belt.
Yeah.
With the whole Nexus thing. This is proven to be great. I'm glad that we finally come full circle. And
this has been WWE writing at its best, and it's because of The Miz and Daniel Bryan. They're the best. The Miz is, as far as top 5 heels in the industry right now, on my point of view.
Well,
number 1 is Ciampa, and I've been showing you the Twitter showing you why number 1 is Ciampa.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Kevin Owens, and number 3 is The Miz in my book.
Yeah, I can agree wholeheartedly with that whole scenario.
But The Miz has been constantly probably the best working heel on the main roster for the last 10 years.
Yeah. Yep. No lie. No lies in that. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that match. I'm excited for how it goes down because the emotions that are going to be involved in that match. I think it's going to have just enough emotions like Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. But different types of emotions because Daniel Bryan shouldn't even be in a ring if you would have talked about this a year ago, and now he's there.
You got to bring up 2 years ago, The Miz got in Daniel Bryan's face and called it, and legit told him that he would never be in the ring again and, made fun of his career and just trashed him.
Yep. And then now he's gonna be in a ring. He's gonna be going against The Miz. And like I said, all them emotions is just gonna spill out. And then that with the AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, nobody ever thought, if you would have said 5 years ago that they'd have a main event spot at a WWE pay-per-view, they wouldn't have said that shit against each other. And they've been everywhere with each other. Ring of Honor, TNA. And now we've come full circle, main eventing a WWE pay-per-view. That means they've main evented 4 major wrestling promotions because they main evented in New Japan.
Yep.
They main evented in TNA. They main evented in Ring of Honor, and now they're main eventing at SummerSlam in WWE.
Absolutely deserve it because AJ Styles, I'm saying right now, has been the best wrestler in the WWE since he signed that contract.
Oh yeah. That's why I don't see him losing the belt to anybody except sadistic Randy Orton. Or Samoa Joe. And I think that's it. It really comes down to it. I think this is going to be like Samoa Joe's best opportunity is SummerSlam. So
now I got the pleasure this past weekend to go to NXT Live here in Las Vegas at the Orleans Arena. Mr. Black seen the pictures. He's seen where I was sitting for this event.
Yes, like right at the fucking aisle corner. I'm jealous, you bastard. Anyways,
I'm gonna tell you right now. NXT Live blew my mind. These performers that they have on this NXT brand, even the ones who are coming up, are fucking amazing. The night was headlined by Ciampa versus Aleister Black for the heavyweight title.
Yep.
Which was a fantastic match. Tommaso Ciampa retained. Solidifying himself as the only man to pin Aleister Black in a one-on-one match on NXT.
Yeah. Yeah.
After the match, Johnny Gargano came out. Made the save. Came out because Ciampa was talking, this is no longer your NXT, your NXT, your NXT. This is my NXT. That he is NXT. And I'm going to say it right now, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa should never be called up to the main roster.
Fight forever?
No, not even that. If they get called up to the main roster, they're going to be relegated to 205 Live or jobber storylines against bigger men. When it comes to NXT, these guys have a chance to take that brand and make it a main show.
True. I was thinking if they did it, I'd have them on SmackDown and I'd have them fight each other for the rest of the fucking year. Like, I don't want you to fight anybody else. Like, it'd be random brawls. Not even matches. Brawls. So Daniel Bryan could be talking to wrestler number 3 in the back, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, a brawl breaks out. Ciampa and Gargano. You know, somebody could be aligned.
You know what you add to that just to add some meat to it?
What?
Have somebody like, who could I say? Like Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
Just get on camera and be like, here they go again.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying in line at the concession stand, you're talking about selling a WWE promo product, saying what's in the WWE shop. All of a sudden, fight breaks out right in front of the concession stand. You motherfucker get a hot dog thrown at him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could do that. It'd be like, we can't sanction these men for matches because they won't agree to one. They just want to fight forever.
But no, and I say what I said. No disrespect to Gargano and Ciampa. They're both terrific. Fuck, I love both guys.
Yeah.
But they won't get with Vince McMahon still being standing on this planet and not 6 feet under it.
Yep.
They will not get the respect they deserve on the main roster.
I agree 100%. It's got to end up being Triple H's WWE before this happens. But that's the one I worry about because, I mean, Vince McMahon was a shrewd negotiator. Is Triple H going to be able to do the same shit? He could put out a great product. Triple H probably, to me, is probably one of the best promoters in the game right now. No pun intended.
That's what he had. That's what they have Stephanie and Shane for. To sign the talent.
I hope so. Or maybe Vince McMahon realizes this is time. I think, and I thought to myself, maybe that's the reason why Shane came back. And you know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden, because this was out of the blue 3 years ago, Shane McMahon popped back up, and I was wondering why. And maybe this is why. Maybe
what I want to think in my, I want to think Vince seen what Triple H put together with the Cruiserweight Classic, the Mae Young Classic, the UK tournaments, NXT, and was sat there and said, Triple H's booking is what's best for business.
Yep. And the faith and the latitude that man has put in, and between NXT and everything else, I love it, man. I love it. Like when Vince dies, it's gonna be sad, but we know it's in good hands.
Well, see, this is where CM Punk was wrong on the pipe bomb promo.
Yeah,
because he didn't think Triple H had it in him. to do what he's doing with NXT.
Because he probably didn't at the time.
No, because NXT, remember, I didn't watch NXT back then because it was a little goofy.
Well, even NXT was not even the NXT that it is even then. Like, even 2 years after that, it wasn't even the same. It wasn't even the same NXT.
Yeah.
Like NXT got put on the map because of two men, Sami Zayn and Cesaro. And that match solidified what it was. And because that was, I think we were 3 or 4 weeks into Triple H booking the show at that point. Between Triple H and Dusty Rhodes as the team booking the show. And that was the product that they put out. And they basically told the men to own that shit. And Cesaro, who already had been a staple on the main roster, not being used properly. Sami Zayn had, at the time, just recently signed his contract before he was El Generico. Well, he was El Generico before he came over.
It's El Generico.
And that was it. That set the house on fire. And I don't, there's been some great matches, but that match right there and how that match ended on NXT when the dude, when Cesaro had that dude up like this, tossed him up, boom, European uppercut into the neutralizer. That right there, bro, that to me was epic. That I don't think that there was anything else past that.
But now you look since then. And I mean, we've had Velveteen Dream, Aleister Black tear the house down.
Yep.
Gargano Ciampa, fucking War Games.
Yep. I mean,
War Games match.
War Games is insane. Insane. It's like they've taken Ring of Honor and ignited life into the wrestlers that were there. Because they're literally fighting for their livelihoods there. They're probably making the same money, but their spotlight is bigger, right? Because they have all 5 or 6, 7 million. Well, no, I think it's more 10 million subscribers, a WWE network that watch NXT religiously.
Some people just subscribe to watch NXT.
Yeah, they pay $10 to watch NXT. Ain't that some shit? And I think that a lot of people felt that way. We're going to pay $10 to watch NXT. I was paying $10 on Hulu to watch NXT. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I did. And so I used to watch that shit at work. But I think that pipe bomb, was a revelation for Triple H at that point. Because NXT was a shit product at the time in 2011, 2012, whatever the fuck it was.
It was in the conversion stage of Florida Championship Wrestling in NXT.
Yep. So you got to look at it like that. It was a shit product. Triple H wasn't. He had some booking influence, but it was the same old shit kind of up until that CM Punk thing. And then the CM Punk, and once that happened, Triple H let CM Punk have the ball. Everything was fine and good up until they made him lose the belt. I think at some point, or almost made him lose the belt.
No, he dropped the belt to The Rock.
He did drop the belt to The Rock, which was stupid, but whatever.
Then they tried to put Batista over him.
Yeah. So I miss the good old days. I miss CM Punk. I do. I miss CM Punk.
So now we have NXT TakeOver coming up the night before SummerSlam, and from what I've seen at the live show, it is going to be Ciampa putting his belt on the line against Aleister Black and Gargano in a triple threat match.
Yep.
Which is going to tear the roof off the fucking place.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if Aleister Black gets his belt back because of the obsession between Ciampa and Gargano.
And we had, at the show, we had Shayna Baszler versus Lacey Evans. After Shayna Baszler won, she kept attacking Lacey Evans. Not Lacey Evans. Candice LeRae. I apologize.
Yeah.
And Kairi Sane came out and made the save. So we're looking at Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler at NXT TakeOver. Which
is going to be a good match. I think it's going to be an education for Miss Shayna Baszler on how to be a great wrestler.
Well, besides Ember Moon, the only NXT talent to ever pin Shayna Baszler is Kairi Sane.
Yeah. Yeah. So it can be done.
They also Ricochet was not there. I was a little upset at that, but that's okay. We had Heavy Machinery and Johnny Gargano take on the Undisputed Era.
Yeah,
which was a fun match. Because I really like Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery, those two big fuckers, man.
Yeah. Those big boys, they know how to fucking get
it. I don't know if you've seen the videos on YouTube, but you need to look up Heavy Machinery does the worm. Big Otis, Big Otis, the stockier one.
Yeah.
Did the worm and then dropped a giant elbow on Adam Cole.
Why is a big man doing the worm like that?
You have to watch it on YouTube just to see it.
I'll check it out. What else we got? Oh, the North American Championship. Is it North American Championship?
Yeah, I believe it's going to be Adam Cole either versus Ricochet.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're building up right now. Because Velveteen Dream is right now in a feud with EC3.
Yeah, that should be a good match.
It was a good match at the show.
Yeah.
Velveteen Dream got the win.
Yeah, that's going to be...
I really want Velveteen Dream to be in the main event.
He will.
I think he deserves, the talent-wise, he deserves to be in the main event.
I think he will. I think we just have to get done telling this story of what's going on between the whole Aleister Black situation. But I think that Velveteen Dream gets his shot whenever they put Aleister Black on the main roster, which is a possibility, not anytime soon, but after WrestleMania. Because he has
when they do the NXT Purge.
Yeah, because he has the talent and the strength to compete with bigger men. So I think that at any event, SmackDown would be perfect for him.
Now, I also want to give before we move on to this a special shout out to Andrade Cien Almas, because since coming over to the main roster, he has made people see him.
Yeah, that match between him and AJ Styles last week, bro.
He wrestled 3 straight great matches against Sin Cara. When was the last time we had a great match against Sin Cara?
When they both were in fucking Mexico.
Andrade Cien Almas is a future champion on the main roster.
Yeah, he is. I know we're running short on time. Normally, we was going to talk about Lucha Underground. However, we'll save that.
You got to get caught up.
Yeah, I got to get caught up, and then we'll talk about it on next week's show, which brings me to next week's show. We're going to have, I know we were all supposed to talk about wrestling, the WWE 2K19 and the $1 Million Challenge. We will talk fully about that because the rules aren't fully posted yet. So we're going to give them a week to see if we can get them to post the rules. But if not, we'll do some investigative work on that. For those that know about the WWE 2K19 $1 Million Challenge by AJ Styles, it's basically simply goes like this. There's 15 wrestlers that are on the game that you're probably going to have to beat in a really, really fucked up hard-ass mode.
What it is, it's a gauntlet mode.
Yeah.
It is. Every match will be different, but you'll be going into each match with the same health from the match before.
Yes. So you better be pulling off some crazy shit. On top of that, once you do that, then you have to cut a video promo to challenge AJ Styles. So you have to cut the promo on YouTube. Then you'll be one of the final 4 selected. You'll go to the tournament at WrestleMania 35 during WrestleMania 35 week. Then you'll eventually face, and if you get that far, beat your other 2 competitors, then you will face AJ Styles for $1 million on the line. So.
And I'm going to say it right now, me and Jay Black, we are both into this.
Oh, I'm down. You know I'm down for this. This is going to be fun.
I'm going to live stream my 15-man gauntlet match to see how I can do every time I try it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to do it. I just got to find out whether it has to be a creator wrestler or it can be any wrestler. Because if it could be any wrestler.
Any wrestler might be a little better because, recently the creator wrestlers, you got to build them up before you can actually do any good. So.
That's kind of the point. So it might be some time before my creator wrestler goes through the gauntlet. So we'll see how that goes. We'll definitely see.
Also, Do we announce the big announcement this week or wait until next week?
We're gonna wait until next week when we have full more access. Next Thursday, we got the big, super big, it's huge announcement coming up regarding a little show that we're gonna add. We're gonna have a little bit of fun, and it's a wrestling related. So definitely stay tuned to Thursday show. Are you gonna be available next Thursday?
Yes.
All right. So we'll run the Thursday show. We'll have full recaps of everything wrestling related. We'll let you guys know what's popping.
And also, we're going to plug right now. We'll do it right now. Me and Mr. Black, we love doing this duo thing. We do our thing. But he announced it on Facebook already. I haven't made mine yet because I think about it last night. But we're both going to be doing solo shows. Mr. Black over here is going to be doing Sinful Black Politics.
Yes. We're going to stir the pot a little bit, as they say.
Yes, that's what it's going to be called.
Stir the pot. That's what I gotta get a new setup, because if I gotta do a solo, I require two things: one, to be standing up, and two, a better elevated thing. I don't want to do a sitting down. I got a lot of stuff.
Download OBS.
Yeah.
Because if you have OBS, you can actually set your own background and put yourself in front of it.
Okay, so that's what I got to do. I have OBS, so I got to make that work. So
yeah, work on that, and so you can get it working. And while he's doing his political talk, what I'm going to do is I am going to do wrestling what ifs. What if they actually book things the way the fans want?
That would be nice.
And my shows are going to be 10 minutes. I don't know how long his are going to be.
It's going to be condensed. The other key is I'm not sure if I'm going to do it live. I may fiddle with both and see what happens, because I might add some stuff, because you do OBS and stuff. You can chop things up real nice. So we'll see. Yeah,
you can edit and you can add fucking shit in there and do stuff like that. That's the same thing with the wrestling thing.
Yeah.
I might do it live the first couple times as I learn the editing and shit, and then go from there.
Yes. So tomorrow I will be doing the special, the Overtime Sports Show preseason special. Because I know you'll be at work in the daytime. Yep. You'll be up early. Also, starting over the next few weeks again, we're going to bring it back like it never left. You know, once the first preseason. So this weekend, maybe next weekend, we're going to break down our yearly divisions for NFL previews, as we've always done.
You just want to do one big NFL show?
Nah. We got 4 weeks of previews. We can go through them. It'll be short shows, 4 short shows. We can do it over the weekend when you have some time, early in the morning. We can do that. That's not a problem. So we got a lot coming for you. We got a lot of content coming for you. You stay tuned. We ain't never left. Hashtag never left. Hashtag never lost.
But right now I got to finish getting ready for work.
I'm dipping out as well, too.
We will see you soon. Thank you for joining us here on Sinful Black Entertainment, Infamous Wrestling Talk. Next week, some big announcements coming out. More about the WWE 2K19 AJ Styles $1 Million Challenge.
Yep. And yeah.
And we'll see if next week's Raw is better than this week's.
We better hope so.
It probably won't be hard, but yeah.
If it's not better, then I'm boycotting Raw for the rest of it until after SummerSlam. Boycott. We won't even talk about it on the show. I will tell you right now, if Raw sucks next week, Vince, Triple H, if you're watching this fucking video, if Raw sucks, if Raw's the same old bullshit and missed opportunities, I won't talk about you on my show anymore. I will give all my praise to the almighty Shane McMahon and his do it in Triple H on SmackDown. You will not get my time.
And Paige.
And Paige, you will not get my time. You will not get my voice. And you will not get my YouTube viewers. You can kiss my ass, okay?
Because Monday Night Raw, we got 2 words for you. Get better.
That's right. Get fucking better.
All right. I'm Sinful Black. That's Hollywood. I'm Sinful Black. I'm Big Sin. That's Hollywood J Black. We are Sinful Black Entertainment. We are out this bitch.
Deuces.